There we go. All right, now that I unmuted my mic, hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna try not to. I know I should be centered, but like I got stuff going on in the background, so I'm kind of trying to do this thing. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Cinco here. It is Saturday, the 19th of July, 2025. It's a little after 7 p.m. Central Time here in the Republic of Texas. Tonight we are going to be talking about Bitcoin mining from home. Okay, Bitcoin mining from home. So let me do the standard thing I have to do for our like European friends and stuff. Nothing that I am offering here tonight is financial advice. Okay, we are talking about the hobby of mining Bitcoin. So just take that. Okay, take that as it were. Now that being said, we do have a sponsor tonight for 4 giveaways. Okay, 4 giveaways, and that sponsor is it's Bitcoin Well, the Bitcoin Well. All right, so let me pull up their website for y'all. It's bitcoinwell.com. Hold on, let me get the front page up here for you. I'm gonna pull it up on my screen in a second. So first of all, here's the link to my landing page with them. So I'll put that up there anyway if you want to check them out. But Bitcoin Well, this is not like an infomercial for them or anything. So don't take it that way. We're talking about our topics. But they were cool enough to say, hey, we're going to give you 4 spins on the wheel for their internal giveaways, and we'll see what we got tonight. So we'll do 4 different spins tonight, and then we'll see who wins. I haven't been able to test it. Like I'm gonna have to do it like on the fly. So we're gonna figure out how this works together, so that way we can make sure that it's a fair and easy way to do it. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the website real quick, put it on the thing here. Go to my live scene for y'all. There we go. So let me move this over so you can see. There you go. It's bitcoinwell.com/cincodoggos. But that'll take you to the landing page for them. It talks a little bit about what they do. Okay. Gen X BTC asks, what are you printing in the background? So today, right now, I actually got to turn around and check, actually. Okay. What I'm printing there is a second one of these. So it's just a little fan guard I made for... For the S9 that is sitting over there on the workbench, I'm going from 120 millimeter intake fan to 140 millimeter Noctua. So one of these suckers, okay? So getting off of this chunky boy that I took off of there. So we're putting a bigger fan, a quieter fan on there. And I got a bracket for it that I made. I haven't trimmed all the crap off it yet. But basically this will mount to the S9. Okay, on the intake side. Then this will mount on to there, so I can put a 140 onto it. And then I just kind of made this to just have some orange on there. So I'm just kind of making that right now. I'm building that. And then later on tonight, after that's done, I'm going to make a couple more runs of the, what's it called? I'm going to be making a couple more runs of the Cinco Doggos edition of the BitAxe stand. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that episode where I did that? I can grab one right now, but that means y'all got to look at my fat ass when I get up, all right? So be aware. Okay, and just so we clear this up, I do not live in my mom's basement. This is actually my spare room in my house. So, yeah, it's just kind of crammed with a bunch of junk right now. So, let me go ahead. I'm going to show you guys this case that I've been collaborating with Mr. Gensler, one of my followers. I don't know if he's here tonight, but we've been collaborating, and he's been doing the 3D design for me because I'm really not good at, like, taking the thoughts and putting it into, like, Blender. I've tried, guys. I'm just really not good. There's engineering and there's artwork with that, and I do not have that artwork aspect. But he's the full package, and this is the first design we came up with, and I really like it so far. So my key thing here, if you guys didn't see the episode about this, my whole thing was I wanted a case that you can easily incorporate a 20 the 20 millimeter 40 millimeter Noctua fan onto for cooling the back for the voltage regulator, right? And I didn't want to just like hang it off the back. So what we came up with for the Cinco Doggos edition is he made this cool back plate for it, but it doesn't restrict airflow. It actually channels it. So I just temporarily have a fan on the back of it there. I put a Y splitter, which comes right in the Noctua box when you buy your Noctua fans. And I just split it off of it, and I run it there, and the fans run both at 100. And yeah, so the other cool thing about this that I like is I said I wanted a dog's footprint as the stand base. So that's what he did for me. So that's that. So this is it. It has good cooling. It's been tested. I've been testing the crap out of it, and I dropped about 10 degrees Celsius on the voltage regulator and about 3 degrees on the ASIC, 2.5, 3 degrees. So yeah, I haven't screwed this in permanently on here yet. I just kind of have it gently resting, okay? And the wires hanging out are a temporary thing. It's kind of Frankenstein. We're tweaking a couple things on the case, so I didn't like feed them. There's a space to feed the wire, so it's all tucked nice and neat behind there. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this off for right now. But anyway, that's Cinco Doggos edition, okay? Not that fan. That fan's getting changed out. Unfortunately, I was gonna do like a whole let's tweak some stuff on camera tonight. I ran out of screws. I had to order more. They won't be here till tomorrow, so I'm going to have to do it offline and do that. But I'm going to still show you guys some stuff, and we're going to talk about other things as well. Let's see here. We got 31 viewers. Okay, once we get up a little bit more, I'll do the first drawing. All right, again, guys, we're doing 4 drawings tonight, and if we get a nice crowd going, I'm also going to give away. So I made my little mini S19 case with the 2 nerd miners in it. I'll give this away. All right, this is mine. This is the one I started mining with. These 2 were like my first 2 nerd miners. So I will give this away to a lucky fan as well if we get a good showing tonight. So somebody will get that to a lucky viewer. JB said, holy shit, that is nice. I also didn't know the fan came with a splitter. I have 3 fans and didn't. Yeah. Okay, so so let me show you. Like, it's, from what I understand, it's in all the Noctua boxes. But like, okay, here. This one is, I haven't even opened this one yet, right? So brand new. I'm going to open it up. And when you open it up, it comes, all nice, neat and tucked in the little thing there. So when you pull it out, it's got all this crap in there, right? So, right, where is it? There you go. There's your Y splitter, right there. Comes in every box. Noctua hooks you up. They know that that we like to do stuff. Us people who, if you're buying a Noctua, you're usually some type of a tech tweaker. So they hook us up in the box, right? So there you go. Yeah, they come with that extra. So all you do is you just plug the Y connector down at the bottom, right, or wherever your 4-pinner is. I use 4-pinners. That you can also do a 3-pin to a 4-pin, but you've got your 4-pinner there. Then I just plugged in the front fan there, and again, this is just the crappy starter fan. This is getting changed out tomorrow. And then underneath here for my stand, there's a gap that you can feed the wire through. And then down here, there's a hole. This is something that's being tweaked. The hole has to be bigger. That you can put, you can feed this other long wire to that goes to the back fan. So it's all tucked nicely and neatly behind it. And then you seal it up, and you got yourself a nice little Bidax Gamma Cinco Doggos edition. And you're off to the races, and hopefully you're going to be that guy that everybody's talking about hitting the block with your Bidax Gamma, right? So, so yeah. That's the Cinco Doggos edition. How that's going to work is I am talking with a certain retailer here in Texas about doing a charity event. What I would like to do is like a fundraiser. What I want to do is I'm going to print 25 of the stands. Now, I want your opinions, guys, so you can post it in chat right now what you think, okay? This is the thing for it. I can print them in orange, the typical Bitcoin orange, no big deal, right? Everybody loves it. Or I can print them in copper colored. Like, so they're a special edition, only the first 25, copper, shiny. And they're shiny. Here, let me show you this. So, this is made with the copper filament that I use, the copper PLA, okay? This is just the back of like a 40K servo skull mock-up that I did. Right, I found this on Colts 3D. Like, I didn't design this, but yeah. So like, it's that copper though. It's like real nice shiny filament. So I could do that, 3 a.m. in Turkey. Hey, man, thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. I'll try to do some at different times of the day on certain weekends too, so that way you guys that aren't in the U.S., it's not gonna crunch your time too much, or you gotta miss out. But anyway, sorry, ADHD's taking over. So I was thinking about doing like the first 25 stands in that copper, just so it's different. It looks kind of cool, kind of shiny. And then I'm gonna this retailer that's here in Texas for bit axes. I'll print them here. I will give them to them, and then what I asked them to do is if we can go ahead and we'll do the Cinco Doggos edition. Will be the normal cost of a normal bit axe through them, but they just the money they're saving on not printing the cases or the stands because I'll print them. I'm going to ask them to donate that to charity. Right now we're talking about the charity that's up for the Texas flood victims. Okay, so that's something that's going to be going on for a while. They are still working on that. So as a guy who lives right outside of Houston, that's something when they mentioned that, and I said, yeah, that's a good idea. So we're working on that. I just need to get a couple more tweaks to this case first, so it's perfect. And then once it's perfect, that's how we're going to do it. So you guys will see that announcement when it happens. And then, like, I'm going to be printing these when I start doing my BitX giveaways. Like last night, I gave away 2 Gammas on X. I'm probably going to start sending the people who win a Cinco Doggos edition case. Or I keep saying case, stand, guys. Sorry, my brain today. A stand, okay? So hopefully that's something you guys are into. But I'd like to know from you guys that are in the chat. Go ahead and post up. Do you think the first 25 that I do for that should be in a special edition copper, or should I just go like whole hog with the Bitcoin orange and stick with it? So go ahead and put your comments in chat. I'd love to see it. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is we're going to go ahead. We got 58 viewers right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to do the first giveaway. Okay, you like the Bitcoin orange, Joe? Okay, that's cool. I'm going to try to do the first giveaway here, so it's going to be semi on screen and semi not on screen, because I got to see how it works. So, okay, I'm going to hit the button and test it. All right, and then someone's going to get this prize because it runs the prize. Okay, so just be aware. All right, let me see here, and I'll put this up on the screen in a minute. Just again, I want to make sure I've got this all proper like. Let's see here. Well points. Okay. I'm doing it right now. Okay. Here we go, guys. I want you all ready. Okay? I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to give you a minute to get ready because this is what you need to do. This is going to be super easy for the future ones. In a minute, my screen is going to go live with my desktop. Have your phone ready. Okay? A QR code is going to be on the screen. The first winner is the first person to scan it. Okay? This is not how we're going to do it every time. I might do some different things in chat and we'll do a giveaway. So if you're not super quick on the draw with the phone, don't worry. There's going to be other things we're going to do so you can have a chance, okay? But for this first one, it's simply going to be the screen's going to pop up. There's going to be a QR code. And you got to tap it, okay? And this is from bitcoinwell.com that did this for us. So first one, hey Iowa, we're Nate, what's up, buddy? We're doing a giveaway. We got some sats. There's some sats going to be given away. This is the first drawing through bitcoinwell.com. All right, guys, I'm going to do the countdown. Ready? 5. Get your cameras ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Somebody scan it. Whoever gets it, say something in chat. I want to know who gets it. All right, so there it is. It's only 493 sats for the first one. That's okay. We're going to be doing more. I'm going to wait to see if somebody says something. I'm leaving it up for like 5 more seconds, then I'm dropping it. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There we go. That's the first drawing, all right? You know what? While we're on this page, I'll take a look at this. So as you buy Bitcoin through Bitcoin Well, you get points. And then you can go into their little reward section. You can like spin the wheel to win sats, or you can save up and buy and get things for free. Like for 53,000 points, you can get a BitX Gamma through Solo Satoshi on there. So it's kind of some cool stuff. Let me put this back over here. So that's the first giveaway. You got it, JB. Congratulations, man. All right, congratulations, JB. All right, cool. That's awesome, man. All right, cool. First winner, JB. Congratulations, bud. And we'll and he's watching us through YouTube. That's awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, man. Congratulations to JB. Thank you very much. And we've got 3 more drawings and at least 4 more giveaways tonight. Okay, so 3 more drawings through that little bitcoinwell.com that we're doing, and then we're also going to do the S19. Okay, the little mini S19 nerd miners. Okay, cool. All right. So, sorry, my sister was calling me. Apparently, I didn't put my phone in do not disturb mode. Okay, so real quick, let me set some things up here. But mining, have you guys been watching it? We've been coming back up out of that 10% dip we did on the global exahash. We're back up over 900 exahash a second again for the whole mining network, right? The whole mining network. Let me go ahead and put this up here real quick. Anchor these. And where is my mempool? There we go. Sorry, I got to make sure I got my screens anchored up here so I can see things properly. You guys know I do things on the fly. So anyway, mempool got up here so I can now see this. The last difficulty adjustment we did was 7.96% increase. Was a 7.96% increase on the 26th of July. Now we're looking at a little bit of a downturn again. We're looking at going down about 1.2%. So again, the summer dips, all that stuff. Hey, cool, JB. I'm glad you're happy about it. And hey, man, I don't know how high these giveaways go. That was the first one I've ever done through Bitcoin Well, so I'm not too sure. I don't know what the top is on that, so we might see some big winners tonight. I'm not sure, but yeah, free sats are free sats, right? So anyway, yeah, this is kind of a balancing act right now. I think we're kind of going to stay right around this area, this difficulty. So I'm pretty cool with that. I have recently, and when I say recently, I mean about a month ago, I onlined my first S19. Okay, so at the house, my first S19 here at the house, and it was refurbished. I bought it on eBay, and I got it for like $300, $350 with shipping, and I've been very happy with it. It's been pumping out consistently like 110 terahash a second. I've been very happy with it. And I'm going to be converting a few more of those over as well. Because right now I'm at about 500 terahash. And I do want to double that within a year. My goal is to double that within a year. In order to do that, though, I'm probably going to have to talk to Nate, my buddy at Iowa Mining, and talk to him about hosting. Because I do not have enough power in my house. And I'm not doing like the other guys do. Mike, thanks. 1 million sats is top prize from Bitcoin BTC. Well, from Bitcoin Well. Awesome. Good to know. Thank you. Let's all keep our fingers crossed we see one of those pop up tonight. That would be awesome. But yeah, so I can't, I live in a regular residential single story home in Texas. I can't put, 5 S19s in my garage and then also run everything else in my house. It's just not feasible. I use Base Power. They're a fairly new power company down here in Texas. They're out of Austin. Their deal is when you subscribe to their electric service, because we can pick our electric service in Texas, it's not as cool as you think. But when you subscribe to their service, and they put a backup battery on your house, it almost looks like a Tesla wall, and they put that on your house, and it just trips on when the power goes out from the mainline connection. So your power still will blink. But it comes right back up, and you've got roughly, depending on the battery, you get 24 or 48 hours of power. Well, with my Bitcoin miners, I get about 4 hours of power when the power goes out. So the second the power starts acting funny here, I have to shut all my miners down, which obviously sucks for my average terahash per 24-hour period. That's not fun. So, yes, I believe Bitcoin Whale is just for Canada and U.S. guys. If you happen to win, if you happen to try it and you're from outside Canada or the U.S., and we're going to have other drawings here that are for everybody, so don't stress about that. But yeah, we'll do some drawings for them. I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep interrupting my stream of talking, but I want to make sure I'm answering people in chat as well, because that's why we're doing this live, right? So we could all interact. But yeah, don't worry if you're not from the U.S. or Canada and you need to and you want to be part of the giveaways. I always make sure we got stuff for everybody. So this little buddy, this will be for everybody, and I might give away a super today. We'll see. If you guys got me feeling a little squirrely, I'll give away a super by the end as well. Mike said Cinco's a legend. I was blessed with winning a BitAxe Gamma from one of his giveaway. Oh, hey, 2 sats, cool. Yeah, thanks. 2 sats. If you want to, you can try it. Let me see if it'll let you do. Oh, I don't know if you can do it. If you want to plug your podcast or whatever, go right ahead. I think it should let you. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll plug it for you. So, okay. So anyway, back on topic. So, yeah. So with that power issue, I can't run everything here. If you guys look back through my videos, you'll see I did an interview with Nate at Iowa Mining. I plan on using Iowa Mining for my hosted needs. Believe it or not, guys, I lucked out, and very early on, I was able to orange pill my wife. And so when I talked to her, like, hey, here's what we're making in our mining pool right now. If we do this, if we invest this, the return on investment is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever. And then we're making pure profit at roughly this amount at current exchange rate prices. Just comparing it to fiat dollars, just, because that helps people get an idea, right, of the weight and the gravity of the situation. But when I talk to my wife and I'm like, hey, we're making whatever, X amount of sats a week right now from the pool mining. But if we invest this, we'll be making blah, 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 a minimum of blah, 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 because price go up. So she's on board with it. Like, she's cool with it. Like when I get my bonus at my day job, she's like, man, invest it. Like, let's go ahead and get this in our Bitcoin miners. So she's real cool with it. And that I'm happy about that. It makes things easier. And when I told her that I was basically turning this room into like a workshop, she was like, cool. Like, so, because she saw me tinkering with everything and, buying these old S9s that are kind of, people are like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'll sell it on eBay for $90. All the boards work. I buy it, I open them up, I clean them up, and I either put them back to work or for me, or I sell them upgraded. So what I've been doing with these guys, kind of segue into the next topic. Let me bring all this over here. Okay, so this one this S9 I got for $89.50 on eBay. It said it was clean and in good condition. Yeah, okay, you can see it. Clean and in good condition. When it came in, I was like, yeah, well, it's here, and it runs with all its chips. But I was like, I'm not too sure about clean. So I started taking it apart, and the blades in there for the heat sinks were just clogged up with dust and gunk. So I've been cleaning this out. That was part of my project for today. I worked today, but when I got off of work, I've been cleaning this. And then what'll happen is we are not putting stock fan back on it. This is the intake side. So like I was saying earlier, I went ahead and that's normally a 120 millimeter fan. I went ahead and printed myself a gapper, so that way I can put this on here. Now, just so you know, if you guys are like really into like tweaking your own miners and your bit axes and stuff, seriously, think about getting a 3D printer. Mine never turns off. I'm always printing stuff for my tweaking needs. So, and this, like, I could order this from somewhere. Like, I could probably get one from Ixtech for a couple bucks, and they'd ship it to me, right? Like, you just pay for shipping, but I can print it here for 18 cents, right? So, anyway, I printed it out, and this will attach on here. I know, guys, I'm sorry, my camera work's not the greatest. So it'll attach on there, and then that allows me to upgrade the intake fan to a much quieter and larger 140 millimeter Noctua, right? So I got that, and then from there, I made a little grill to put over it. I'm gonna put a grill over it, and there we go. Like that'll increase the airflow. It will it'll be quieter, which is nice. And then on the other side of it, the exhaust side, I'm printing out it's a flange that will allow me to attach a dryer hose to the exhaust port, the exhaust fan, and then that way I can run that out my garage to the outdoors, and that way it'll just pump that hot air out of the garage. Because right now, if you walk into my garage, you could probably fry an egg on the floor because there's so many miners going out there. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Let me see here. My wife is immune to the orange pill. Buddy, I'm telling you, just plant the seed, water it. Plant the seed, water it. One day she'll wake up. It happens. It's just for all of us. We all come to it at different times, right? One day it clicks. It'll click. So, and thankfully the government with the stupid CBDCs and stuff, they're helping. They're going to help us orange pill people. So, and then do you have solar or something? How can you afford to run that miner? So, base power, I have a really good power rate. I've got like 7 cents a kilowatt hour. So I've got a really good power rate, and even with the power drain on these suckers, I'm still making a profit on them with my personal pool. So we're good. I run Datum through Knots through Ocean. So yeah, it's nice. And one of the cool things about Ocean, the Ocean mining pool, is they do an 8 block spread. So like I was talking about how sometimes I have to turn my miners off because there's thunderstorms or whatever, and it's just not feasible here in Texas to be running the power all the time because we get power flickers, right? So I hate doing that because that really does kill my 24-hour average. But with Ocean, it's an 8 block spread. So even if I have to turn them off for 2 hours because of thunderstorms or whatever, I still get the 8 block spread. It still counts. So that's something I love that. It's awesome. Yeah. So 2 sats. Yeah, that's kind of my thing right now, man. Like I said, we got my own stand, the Cinco Doggos edition, right, that we're coming out with. So just got a couple more tweaks. And honestly, when I say the Cinco Doggos edition, what I really mean is this with, right now, I'm going to be putting the Geek Pie on there. Got one sitting right here. So, and I'll explain why I'm not going to be sticking with these here in a moment. But the Geek Pie, you get them on Amazon. They're like, I forget, $15 a piece, $18 a piece, US. And it's just a bigger heat sink. And that's the touch plate that sits on top of the ASIC. Okay. And then the copper pipes bring the heat up to the fan, your blades for your heat sink. And then it's got a fan. Well, I'm not going to use the stock fan. We put the Noctua on there, right? So the Cinco Doggos edition is nothing innovative, guys. It's what everybody does. I just have a different stand. Better heatsink, thermal, the Grizzly thermal paste. So put the better thermal paste on your chip. A Noctua fan on the front, and then a Noctua fan on the back. Okay, that's it. So that's it. I just named it my edition, right? Because that's how I do it. So if somebody is like, if somebody wins one of my gammas soon, this is how we're going to be doing it soon, and they're comfortable with giving me their shipping address, because the way I do it right now is I pay the retailer that you're going to get it through, Solo Satoshi, Pleb Source. I pay them in Bitcoin, and then I say, okay, cut me a gift code. And that gift code I give to the winner, and then they go to the retailer's website and they redeem it for a free gamma, and then I just have them send me the shipping cost because everybody's shipping's different. So they send me the shipping costs. I reimburse them their shipping costs in the Lightning payment. That's how we've been doing it. But and that's because I want people to feel comfortable that, you know, I'm not invading their privacy. The winner is totally anonymous to me. I don't know their real name. I don't know their address. Nothing like that. It's just, here's your code, you win. Congratulations, keep Bitcoin alive and thriving like we are. Keep that hash rate pumping out, right? But if somebody says, like, if I offer up a Cinco Doggos edition, I'm going to need your address because I'm going to have to ship it to you myself. So that's just one thing, like, I feel a little weird about that just because I know, you know, privacy is a big concern of ours, all of us in this community, and I don't want anyone to think I'm doing anything nefarious with their personal information. Okay, so we'll figure that out. There might be a way that I can, I don't know, figure out like I ship it to a neutral third party and they ship it for me. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we'll get it rolling. Yeah, Datum is the way. I really enjoy it. I'm going to do an episode on Datum at some point. Datum is how that's how the guys over there say it. Mark at over at Ocean, when I did the interview with him, he was like Datum, and I was like, okay, no problem. But he said everybody at the office says it some way different. But I will eventually do an episode on how to set up Datum. Guys, it took me about 15 minutes to do it and have my whole pool up and running. And I'm a complete moron, as most of you know. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's that simple. Let me see here. Okay, so we've been talking about that. So yeah, we've got my 3D printer going back there. It's just an Anycubic Cobra 2 Neo is the one I use. Now, eventually I am going to get a second one because I want one with multi-filament so I could do like 2 colors at once. That's just something I'd like to do so I can do some cooler projects. What else? What else we got going on here? Oh, okay. I'm running Bitcoin. Let me pull this up. I'm running knots. So, but when I do this, it's funny. Usually I have about 40 connections. Okay, I usually have about 40 connections. However, because I have to, like when I stream, I shut down certain ports and I do some things a little bit different. Felt like a light just went off. I go down to like 7 to 11 connections, 7 to 11 peers. So, yes, still going to do the node giveaway. It was put a little bit on hold because I'll explain that in 1 second. Good question, though. Yes, we are going to do the node giveaway. So, yeah, I set this up through Umbrel. I use Umbrel. I also have Start9 on a spare laptop, and that's great as well. I know a lot of people hate on Umbrel. I don't have a problem with it. It's easy peasy. It's like logging into your iPhone and installing an app. So that's just what I run on my Umbrel. It is behind us right now. You guys can't even see it because it's so tiny. It's sitting on the shelf there. There. So it's like this big, guys. It's tiny. But yeah, so I run that, and I also run Bitcoin Knots. I run my own mempool. I run my own Datum pool, and I also run a private chat server off of it because my daughter goes to school out of state in college. So we have, for me, her, and my wife, we have like a private chat, like our own little messenger app, so to speak, that we run right through my Umbrel. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. And okay, in 9 minutes we're gonna do the next giveaway. Okay. Yeah, the UI is gorgeous. You're absolutely right, man. It's super gorgeous. It's super easy to use. It's clean. Start9 has a lot more. I would say I like the freedom you get from the Start9 stuff. Okay, you can do a lot with it, so that's always good. And you know, there's a guy named Sats Daddy on X, and Sats Daddy's got he does talks, and I think he's been doing some videos, I believe, or at least a tutorial how-to about setting up your own node and stuff. It's really not hard. If that's something that intimidates you, I've got 5-bit axes and I just connect to public pool. It would be good for you to research the benefits of opening your own node, okay? Having your own node and then just running your own instance of your pool, okay? Just going to put that out there. That's a completely different topic for another day, but That is definitely a thing. If you guys are interested in that, you can always reach out to me and I'll DM me and I'll help out as best I can. So, Mike asked about, Tusats asked about the node. So, the original intention was for me to give away a Umbral node. I was going to buy and give away an Umbral node on July 4th. Freedom, right? Independence. Goes hand in hand. What the heck is that? Guys, I've got so much... I have just an ESP32 board laying on my desk over here. I didn't even know it was here. It's crazy. So, some things happened, and it didn't happen on time. It's going to happen. I ended up on Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if you guys know. Not everybody knows. I went into the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Sunday before Memorial Day. So what was that, the 29th of May? Thought I was having a heart attack, 2 o'clock in the morning, and called myself an ambulance. Woke the wife up after I packed my bag, let her know the ambulance was on the way. I used to be a firefighter. After I got out of the Navy, I was a firefighter and an EMT. So like, I didn't want to like stress my wife out until like it was time to. So I was like, okay, wake up. My bag is packed. The ambulance will be here in a few minutes. I got to go to the hospital. So, it's the first time in like 20 years I had a ride in an ambulance where I wasn't an EMT. It was very weird. But anyway, thought I was having a heart attack. Went in. Turned out my gallbladder like exploded. So they were like, we got to take this out now. So then I was laid up for like right up until like the second week of July. Like all through June and half of July, I was just not in great shape. So I'm finally like getting back on my feet again and getting things going. So that kind of affected that, all right? So the node giveaway is going to happen. I just got to figure it out, so I should be able to have an announcement about that in like the next week, okay? So I promise you, I'll make an announcement about that when we're going to give that away. But yeah, that was a good question. Are you using SimpleX for chat? Basically, Mike, what I did was I put the chat app onto Umbral, and then there was another app that allowed me to make it you could connect to your Umbral through the internet type of thing. Like created a tunnel for you and it managed it. So like I can manage, like if I'm at the grocery store and I wanted to look at my Umbral desktop, I can just through my phone. So that's kind of what I did. It was 2 apps to make that happen. So. Yeah, man, I was posting from the hospital too. Like I was like, and it was funny because I was like, hey guys, like I'm on my phone with it, like, hey guys, I was all like infirm and shit. But anyway, yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy though. Like I don't want to get off on like a whole tangent about that, but like, okay, I was in the military. I was over in dangerous places. I was a firefighter. I was an EMT. I was a stupid teenager. I had lots of opportunities to put myself in harm's way and get myself knocked off, okay? The closest I've ever really coming to dying was my damn gallbladder. Guys, it was nuts. The surgeon was like, you almost died. Like, had you not come in, you would have died. It was crazy. I was like, what? So it was a real wake-up call for me. So it was just crazy. But, okay, yeah, so I use Umbral, but we are going to give away a node soon. So you guys that are like new to following me, make sure you keep an eye on the channel, okay? I'm sorry, like I'm not looking at you guys up here. My monitor that I can watch chat is over here, so over there. So that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, that's that. Okay, I said 9 minutes. I lied. We're going to do it now. We're going to do the next giveaway. This is another Bitcoin Well giveaway. Are you all ready? If you're ready, blow it up in chat just so I know you guys are ready. Go ahead and light it up in there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start the next giveaway. So put you orange pill. I did orange pill the nurse. You remember that? Yes. She was super awesome, dude. Like she was so cool. In the middle of the night, she was my overnight nurse. So in the middle of the night, she would come in, check on me, and like, you know, I had like all these tubes in me and stuff and all this stuff she had to check, and you know, I had to take medicine and all that. JB's ready. Cool. And she would always be like, she could see I was in pain and she wanted to help distract me till the pain meds would kick in, and she'd be like, So tell me a little bit more about Bitcoin. You know, you got that book out because I had Mastering Bitcoin, like I was the programming book. And she was like, tell me what you're reading about now. And so like she would help take my mind off it. She was so freaking awesome, man. I even actually wrote a letter to the hospital, like telling them how awesome she was. Because like I was like, she really needs some recognition. She went above and beyond. Okay, guys. You ready? We're about to do the next one. Here we go. Oh, it does say 1 million sats on there. Wow, I guess I should have just read it. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second of 4 BitcoinWell.com drawings for today. Throw the coin in and 391 sats. We're getting some low pulls today, guys. Hopefully the next 2 are it. Let me know when somebody wins it, all right? I'm going to leave this up for a minute while we're talking. So, congratulations to whoever won. And again, we've got 2 more Sats drawings, and then we've got the mini S19 Nerd Miner giveaway we're going to do. All it takes is 2 USB-C cables, and it's 2 different miners. So, real simple, real easy. Takes up no power, no space, but it's a cool little thing to put on the public pool. So, neat little devices. I've got like 4 of them on my Datum solo pool right now. So, someone got it? Okay. Who got it? Oh, yeah, Mike, there might be a little delay. That sucks. All right. Hey, congratulations. Right on. Yay. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I am going to close this screen out because we know we got the winner. All right, again, we got 2 more of those coming up, and then we've got the mini S19 giveaway. And like I said, depending on how things go, we're at 125 viewers. Share it out, guys. Get more. If we can get more people in here, I'll probably give away a BitX Supra as well. I'll buy one from solosatoshi.com, and I'll hook you guys up with a Supra. So I'll show you what that looks like. We'll go to their site right now. So it looks like a Gamma, but it's a Supra. Okay? So there you go. And get you guys a Supra. So 650 gigahash. And just so you know, you could do the same Noctua and thermal paste and heatsink upgrades to these suckers, and you can boost them up above 650 gigahash per second as well. Okay, so you can get yourself a little 6969 miner, and for, you know, 30, 40 bucks, you can increase that and make it even better. So, I also have a Meanwell I might be giving away here on one of these episodes. So for you guys that, you know, the power pack, the power supply, so you can kind of wire your own. But when I do that, that's going to be when we're having a more technical episode that we're doing, because like that's not something that just like a beginner should go ahead and start stripping wires and attaching them to shit, thinking that they can just go ahead and wire. Like you want to know what you're doing, or have someone in your life that knows how to wire things before you do that. So we'll talk about that in the future. But anyway, we might give away a BitX Super tonight as well. So yesterday I gave away 2 BitX Gammas. It was a real simple competition. If you follow me on X, it was like the post, repost the post, and then name your favorite movie, but change one word to Bitcoin. So, and that was fun. So, all right. So, trying to think of how to word this. Okay. So, for you folks out there that are solo mining and you have your like a BitX, you're just doing like the lottery miner. How many of you guys out there are actually like really thinking about, like, you know, maybe I could get something a little bigger, you know, my housing situation or whatever is a good situation where I can put something bigger, you know, to maybe start, you know, upping my hash rate. How many of you guys are actually looking into that? I'm curious. It's fine if you're like, you know what, I lottery mine with my BitXs and that's good enough for me. I stack sats, I DCA, whatever. That's cool, right? Like there's no hate. I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, you're wrong. That's not how you do it. However you stack your Bitcoin is awesome, right? Like that's awesome. For me, my primary is mining. That's where I get most of my sats. And then secondary, I do, like when I've got some extra cash handy, I'll go ahead and I'll make a purchase. I'll buy some sats. It doesn't really bother me what the price is because I know it's going up. So Yeah, so an S9 or an S19 for sure. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Those are my workhorses. That's why I'm asking that is because I'm really thinking about this puppy over here. I'm really thinking about when I get this completely cleaned, and all the chips work. I've tested it. All the chips work fine. So once I get this all cleaned out, I replace the fans, and I'm also going to put, just so you guys are aware, I have another flange, a thing that goes in between the fan and the flange on this. That it's like a little gap, and it will allow me to put a filter into there. I can just slip, like I'm going to cut out a piece of filter material and slip it in there. So that way I can, keep cleaner air flowing through there. It won't hinder the airflow, but I want to keep it as nice as clean. I might give that away as an upgraded S9. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I'm asking about that. No need for extra heat, that's for sure. Yeah, but KYC frats are extra juicy. Exactly. Freshly mined virgin Bitcoin, right? That's how I like it. It's because that way it's mine. That's it. So I totally agree with you on that one, Mike. The mining to me is the way to go. And then, of course, I stack sats on top of that when I got some spare cash. But honestly, like my spare cash lately has been going toward upgrading the miners I have and setting some away to actually purchase bigger miners. Those like S21 Hydros, the prices are coming down on them now that the new ones are out, the S23s are out. So I'm starting to look at that. BitDeer has some cool stuff. Canaan has some cool stuff. So I just need them to come down in price a bit because right now, like, I'm in a position where it doesn't bother me to have a loud ass S19 out there because it's 1/3 the price of an Avalon Q. So, but that's not everybody's circumstance, right? JB says, I live in the communist-occupied Republic of California, so I can't afford the electricity for anything big. I feel you, man. When I was stationed in the Navy, I lived in Chula Vista, down by San Diego. I was stationed up at Point Loma Submarine Base. And yeah, I remember that was a long time ago, but I remember, yeah, it was expensive to live out there. That's for damn sure. Yeah, Joe says those hydros are amazing, brother. You're absolutely right. They are so cool. And if I was to do that, like I said, I wouldn't host it here. I can't host it in my house. I'm going to host it with Iowa Mining. Okay. And again, guys, I don't get paid to say this stuff. I did an interview with Nate at Iowa Mining. It's in my YouTube videos. Let me pull up his website here real quick. Hold on. Where is it? Guys, like my bookmark disappeared for it. All right. Let me find it in a minute and I'll bring it up. But Iowa Mining, it's run by a guy named Nate. He's a really cool guy. I did an interview with him because I had looked at his YouTube channel, his posts on X, and his website, and I was like, this guy's pretty cool. He's a pleb like us, and he's just, a small business owner, and he's got this cool setup. It's a hell of a lot cooler in Iowa than it is in Texas, and if I was going to host something, I'd host it there. At least I know the guy that I'm going to be hosting with. And he said that, all of one of his things customer service-wise is all of his customers have his cell phone number, right? So, like, you have access to the guy that's running your Bitcoin farm for you if you host with Iowa Mining. But anyway, yeah. So like I would let him host it because they've got good power prices, and that way it would be up there and it's safe and it's being taken care of and it's just sending me the sats. So, Joe said you looked into Shaz and I like WilsonMining.io, cool outfit out of Idaho. Yeah. There you go. So. How much total hash rate you got with BitAxes running on Datum, and what are your payouts from that roughly? Trying to get a gauge. Okay, so I kind of split how I have things that I run. I've got a solo pool that I run through Datum for the pool, for stacking sats, right? So that contributes to the greater hash rate of Ocean Mining. So I get that. You do that through Datum, and it's 1% fee. So I do that. Then I also have a second Datum pool that is just my lottery miners. And that's all they do is lottery mine. So they do not accumulate sats whatsoever. That's what they're there for, is to just lottery mine. and I have about 24 terahash in my solo mining, that the one that makes no money, that's just there, my lottery miners. Then for my ocean mining datum sat mining pool, I've got 350 about 350 terahash hitting that. And then I've got 150 terahash on via BTC right now because I'm testing something. Okay, it's for science, guys. It really is. Like, I'm actually checking rates on something. I want to see, like, I'm checking what my internal hash rate tells me I have versus what they're telling me in the via BTC app that I'm doing on a 24-hour, because I want to see if it's matching up, and I want to see if the payouts are what people say they are. And I'm going to do that. I'll move that to another pool at some point as well, because I want to test some different pools and see if they're honest. I guess is the best way to put it. I want to see if they're honest. But my main hash all goes there. How much do I make a month in Sats? I'm making about, right now, between both of my mining pools with the roughly 500, I think I'm making a little over $25 a day. I think it's about $25 a day, Mike. After power, I think it's about $25 a day. So, is that a lot? No, but I'm not a big mining outfit, right? So, that's just kind of where I'm at, and that way I'm stacking what? I'm probably doing the math wrong here. About what? 0.01 Bitcoin a year, right? Something like that. Is it 0.01 Bitcoin a year? Something like that. I think that's where I'm at. 0.1. Maybe it's 0.1 a year. Maybe 0.1 a year. So, anyway, that's where it's going. Yeah, it's not bad at all. And that's profit. That's after power. That's all that. And that's on... Now, I'll say this. If we take return on investment on some of the machines I bought, it's like half that. It's like $12.50 a day. Okay? But I got all my machines used and cleaned them up and put them to work. So my return on investment happens a heck of a lot quicker than if you buy the machines brand new. Okay? Like I said, I eBay. I look at what's that app? There's another app that I look at. It is, hold on, I'll tell you guys right now. I don't get many hits off of this, but once in a while I do. Where is it? Crap, guys, I'm such an old guy with this shit. What the hell is that app? It's like something where you can like sell crap to your neighbors. It's one of those apps. I think my phone, I haven't used it in a while. I think my phone like deleted it off there. But anyway, it's one of those apps that you can like, put it up for free type of thing. So, but I look on there once in a while to see if anybody has it. And then I also hit the Goodwills in my area, because I'm suburban area of Houston, Texas. So there's a lot of Goodwills, and sometimes you can like find a gem in there. So that's my version of like garage sailing. I'll go ahead and look in those, and then I talk to the employees when I'm there, and I'm like, hey, you ever get Bitcoin miners in? And like 99 out of 100 of them are like, what the F's a Bitcoin miner? So I just tell them like, hey, I'll show them on my phone. I'll be like, if you see something that looks like this come in, can you please call me? And I'll give them my card. Like, can you please call me? Like, I'll pay you a bounty if I buy it. Like, if one of these comes in and you call me before you put it out on the floor, and I buy it, I'll kick you $20 or whatever. So, they're like, oh, okay. So, yeah, most people should be thrilled with $10 to $20 DCA and Bitcoin a day. $10 to $20 a day is good, right? That's a good, to me, that's a good return. I'm middle class, man. That's a good return to me. So, yeah, $25 a day. But, I mean, like I said, you could fry an egg in my garage right now. There you go, 0.04 a year. Thank you. So my garage is hot as hell right now. But again, I'm making flanges. I'm going to be printing them this weekend, so that way I can run dryer ducting, dryer hose from the unit, from the exhaust, out my garage. So that way it's just pumping that heat outside. I don't have to worry about it. So based on today's price, thanks JB, I appreciate that. Way to look out, bro. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. My goal is really to be at, I would, and this is, it's a crazy goal, but my goal is to be at, like, I would like to have it hit, I want the point one, my first goal, the point one Bitcoin a year. That's my, 10% of one Bitcoin a year is my goal off of my mining farm. That's my goal as a small miner. And I mean that, like, I know some people might be like, man, I only got a Bitaxe. Guys, I started off with, look, another one, an ESP32. That's what I started off with. And I was like, let me try this, right? That was my second attempt at Bitcoin. My first attempt at Bitcoin was back in like 2012, 2013, and it was on my PC. And I have a buddy who is probably filthy effing rich right now, who said to me, try Bitcoin, try mining. And I was like, why? He's like, you're a nerd. You were an electronics guy in the Navy. You're really into EVE Online. You love playing your video games. You like tweaking with stuff. Check out Bitcoin, mine it. And I was like, I don't know. He's like, it doesn't cost anything for you to do it in the background. Throw it on your computer, let it do its thing. And I was like, all right. So he sent me this stuff. I put it on like a USB stick. I plugged it into my Linux machine. And like a week or 10 days later, I took it out and I like threw it in my garage. And I was like, man, this is stupid. It's just sitting here doing nothing. Guys, I swear that USB stick's probably in my garage somewhere. And for all I know, there's 10F in Bitcoin on it. I know some of you have heard this story before, but that's my origin story with Bitcoin. And then I didn't look at it again until 2 years ago. And that's when I was like, okay, I was stupid. I was completely stupid. And I need to do something. I need to do something about this. And I started looking around at things, easy ways to do it. I found out you can't really GPU mine anymore on your computer, and that's not the way to do it. And I started learning more about the ASICs and all that. And I was like, well, I don't want to make that big investment yet, so what am I going to do? And I got a little nerd miner. And that tweaking around, with it, trying to get it to work, and then getting it on the network, and then opening a wallet again, which I hadn't done in like over a decade, and just figuring all that stuff out again. And I got hooked. I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely the way to do it. But I had that 10-year gap that, I could have been sitting on my yacht doing this live stream right now, but I'm stupid. I'm a stupid guy. So anyway, yeah. So 2 years, this is what I'm doing. And it's my thing. Like, this is all, guys, I play like Diablo 4 now. I haven't touched EVE Online in a while. And I played the EVE Online for 20 years. 20 years. I used to fly to Iceland for FanFest. I used to do all kinds of stuff that I was like all in on EVE Online. It was my jam. That's how I had this Twitter channel, this Twitch channel right here. It was an EVE Online stream. I was on every week doing talk shows, interviewing people, blah blah blah. Yeah, but I got to tell you, Bitcoin has completely just like sucked me in. So I heard my name. Yes, you did, sir. So guys, there's Iowa Mining right there. That's Nate. Again, great guy. That's probably where I'll be putting my stuff. I say probably just because I don't know when I'm getting it, so I don't want to be making promises. It could be down the road a little bit. I might have to wait until like early next year before I start getting the big boys. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar. So hopefully, hey, I hit a Bitcoin block. I get a subsidy. Yeah, I'll be buying some miners. I will definitely cash in part of that and buy some miners. I'll tell you that right now. And when I say cash in, I don't necessarily mean trade it for US dollars, but I will buy my miners with the Bitcoin. So anyway, hey, it's coming out pretty well. So looks like it's about a third of the way done. That's the other screen. So anyway, yeah, there's that. Sorry guys, like my ADHD today, right? It's kicking in hard. But 500, that 500 took me a while to get to. It's not cheap, you know what I mean? But this is my hobby. This is what I do. I sit there all the time and I'm looking at my phone to check hash rates. Like, you know how you folks that DCA, you guys that stack sats, we're going to do another drawing here in a minute. You guys that stack sats, you watch the price. You're always looking at the price, the exchange price of Bitcoin, right? What's it convert to for US dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, yen, whatever your currency is for your local area. I do that with hash rate. Like, I am constantly looking at the global hash rate. I'm constantly looking at the difficulty level for the next adjustment. and I'm constantly looking at what my 24-hour hash rate is on my pools, and like checking the heat on my miners, what they're averaging, and things like that. Like, what can I do to clean this up or squeeze a little more out of it without totally destroying it? So that's my hobby, and that's why I do this. And that's one of the reasons why I like to give stuff away, is because I got dog hair on my hat. Of course I do, right? Cinco doggos, 5 dogs in the house. I like to give away the miners because I want you guys to experience it too. I hope other people take joy in these cool little devices. All right? And then that joy and that curiosity that it instills in you makes you want to grab something like the S9 I'm working on, or an S19, and stick it in your garage and plug it in where your dryer plugs in. Or, you say, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to buy a 21 Hydro. I'm going to get on the phone with Iowa Mining, and I'm going to have one hosted up there. And that way, like, I don't have to worry about the technical aspects of it. I just need to stack my sats and pay my bill. And that's it. And that's cool. Like, to me, that's a win. And of course, in there, a side chain of what I just said is running your own node as well. Because to me, that's a logical step as you go up that evolutionary scale of Bitcoin miner, right? It's, you're eventually say, I need a node. I need my own node. I need to have my stuff going through my node. So that's kind of how I see it. All right. You guys ready for number 3? Ready for third giveaway? We'll do the third Bitcoin Well giveaway of this episode. And then just so you guys know, this isn't a one-off. Like, I'm going to do this every time I go live every weekend. So y'all have a chance to come back every weekend and win more sats. The only thing I'd ask, like, first of all, you do you, right? I'm not going to be mad if somebody breaks this rule, because it's going to be a soft rule, right? It's not a hard rule. Soft fork, not hard fork. If you hit, give somebody else a chance. If you scan the code, give somebody else a chance. But if you hit and then you try to get it again, I'm not going to be mad, okay? Because stacking sats is stacking sats. So I'm just, you know what I mean? That's fine. That's okay. So just putting that out there. It is a soft rule. It's not a hard rule. Let me go ahead and get this queued up. I'm excited for this. I like doing these. So, all right. You guys ready? I'm going to bring it up. Get your stuff ready. I'm about to hit the button. Here we go. Coins going in the well. Come on, big sats, big sats. We're going down. Why are we going down? All right, go ahead, scan it. Somebody win it. Somebody win them sats. Again, it's not much, but like they said, it's like, what, 50, 60 cents? But it's free sats. And again, we're going to be doing this all the time. This is going to be a thing. I'm going to make sure this is a thing. But big thanks to BitcoinWell.com for doing this, though. I really appreciate them donating this. Conrad and Adam over at BitcoinWell.com have been really cool. And I've been doing my purchases for mine through there. Hey, all right, you got it. See that, man? It worked. Right on, dude. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on your 60 cents worth of sats. But hey, one day those 362 sats are going to be worth a hell of a lot more. So that's awesome. Well, they already are. The way I should say that is, the world will realize how much those 362 sats are worth. That's the way to put it. But yeah, no, man, thank you. I'm glad you won. That's great. So congrats, man. All right, I'll take this down, and we'll do another one. We'll do the fourth of those here in a little bit. Did a few minutes. And then we'll do the mini S19 giveaway. All right. We're at an hour right now, about an hour, 5 minutes, hour, 6 minutes. So I'm going to be wrapping up here soon. I don't want to keep you guys all night. I do appreciate you all hanging out with me. If you are watching me on Twitch, if you can please give me a follow, that would be great. It really helps my channel. Also, I'm going to go ahead and dig a little deeper with that. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you get a free Twitch subscription, one free every month. If you go ahead down in my thing where it says subscribe, you can subscribe to my channel for free. It costs you nothing. It helps me with subscribers. Okay, and it only subscribes you for 1 month. It isn't recurring, so you're good to go. That 1 month, once it turns off, you're good. You would have to come back and re-up it when you get your, the next month for it. So it's not like it gets you in and then it charges you. That's not how it works. So, but anyway, if you're following me on Twitch, if you can do that, that would be great. I'd appreciate it. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Iowa says, don't push hydro miners too much. Most hosting companies, myself included, cannot host them because they require a crap ton of infrastructure. Good to know. Thank you very much for letting me know that. Okay, see, guys, this is why it's good to know the experts, right? So Nate just corrected me. He said about the hydros, they're not easily hosted. So keep that in mind, okay? So keep that in mind if you decide to host. You're in a situation where you can't self-host it. You'll probably need to make sure you talk to your hosting company first about what they can and can't host. That should be a thing anyway, right? Before, my recommendation would be, and I would say probably most of the folks who run or work at mining hosting companies, they probably, if you're new to having it hosted, before you buy something, you should have a conversation with them. Okay? You should have a conversation with them. That way, you know what you're doing. You got to have that talk first. So there you go. I'm glad to know that, and that kind of pushes me away from the hydro myself, Nate. So thank you for saying that, because I want something that could be hosted somewhere. So S21s, air cooled L9s, Alpha Packs all day long. Right on, brother. So yeah. Oh yeah, and check out Iowa Mining on X. Throw them a follow, because sometimes he'll have equipment for sale and he'll post it up. So sometimes you might be able to get something, at a super good deal there. It says, most definitely email me, then I give you my cell and we talk it through. There you go. He's a great guy. Watch that interview I did with him a while back. If you go to my YouTube and you just look back at the whole episodes, you'll see it. It says interview with Nate at Iowa Mining. It was great. I learned so much in that hour I spent talking with him about hosting, the hosting mining farms. It was so cool. So yeah, check that out. Let me see what else we got going on here. Node's up and running. We're going to be doing node stuff here in the future. We'll do a whole episode on that. What I'll do tomorrow, guys, is when the screws come in, because I'm having them overnighted to me, so that way I can put all this stuff together. Like I really did. I ran out of all the proper screws and fasteners and stuff I needed to do my projects, because I'm retarded like that. So tomorrow I'll just go ahead and I'll put the video on the video on the workbench, and while I'm doing it, I'll just kind of video it, and I'll make like a quick little montage of showing like how I clean the S9s. It's not hard. I mean, again, I'm not some pro at this. I just took the fan off, and I got in there with my my cool little USB-C rechargeable keyboard duster. That when I crank it up, this sucker can probably, start a barbecue grill. But I just got in there and I started cleaning it out. I got a little scrub brush, little tiny, it's for keyboards, scrub brush, like soft bristle. And I just got in between the blades of the heat sink and the heat sinks and cleaned it out real well. And then I'm going to slap new fans on there, those flanges and those filters that I talked about. And that's pretty much it. And again, is that a huge upgrade for the S9? No, it's really not. It cost me, I don't know, $2 in $3 in 3D printing filament, and I printed that, and I'm printing that stuff in PETG, just so it has the higher heat. Not that the heat of a S9 gets up where it's going to melt PLA, the basic stuff, but I just felt better, and it's a little shinier. I think it's a little shinier, the basic PETG. So anyway, cost me about $2 in filament, maybe $3 to print the adapters, the flanges, and the guards, and the filter itself will cost me like $1.50, and that'll be enough material to do like 4 of them. And the fans were like 16 or 18 bucks, I think, on Amazon. They weren't that much. So we'll call it 30 bucks. I'll have cleaned it up, quieted it down a little bit. It's still loud as hell, but quieted it down a little bit, and protected it as much as I could from dust being brought in there and damaging the chips or making them wear out quicker from that buildup, which causes more heat, right? So, I mean, that's kind of my project for the weekend. And like I said, what will probably end up happening is I'll probably build this sucker. I'll get it running. Sorry, it's over here. I'll probably build this sucker, and then like next week I'll give it away. And that'll just have to be someone in the US or Canada. so I can ship it to you. Well, U.S., Canada, or Mexico, I can ship it to. North America, I can ship it to North America on my dime, not a problem. Shipping it to Europe or Asia or the Oceanic area, we might have to talk something out. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that could get really expensive. This thing weighs a little bit, so it'll get pricey to ship it. But the like $25 to ship it in the U.S., I'll pay, or North America, I'll pay that. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I'll gladly do Mexico, and I'll make the exception and also say El Salvador. So I got lots of friends down in El Salvador, so that's definitely an exception I would make. So things like that. Those are the projects I'm working on lately. I hope that kind of stuff interests you if you're watching this. And if you want to see other things, let me know. I do interviews. I do have one coming up. I'm in the talks right now with Leo Half. Leo is the guy behind Datum. Okay, he's the guy helping the program Datum. That's kind of one of his projects over at Ocean. He started off as a guy that like was doing like home programming and like posting his stuff and, you know, kind of doing stuff on his own. And he's so good that the folks over at Ocean picked him up and brought him on board as a team member. And I want to get him on the show and talk with him because I think he's got a cool story to tell. And, you know, that's exciting. So I'm working that out right now. He's over in Europe, so we've got to find a way to make the schedules work. But we will get it done. What else? There's a couple other people I'm talking with right now. I haven't gotten any confirmations from them yet, so I'm not going to name drop until I actually get confirmations. I'm in talks with Leo, so I'm comfortable saying that one's going to happen. I also talk with Lily over at Ocean. She's awesome. She's like their head people leader, and she's also like their marketing, not marketing guru, but like social media person. You've probably seen Lily on X. She's really cool. And like I'll clear it with her when I want to talk to one of the Ocean team members, and she helps set it up. When I talked to Mark Artemko, the head of Ocean, she facilitated that for me. So if you're a podcaster or a streamer and you're trying to get in touch with like, like Grass-Fed Bitcoin or any of those guys, and you're trying to see if they'll come on the show, go through Lily. Go through Lily. She might be able to help you out. So yeah. Let's see what else. I'm going to be doing a revamp on an S19. I do have an S19 that I'm going to do a rebuild on, so we'll do some talks about that. What else? Oh, I've got a Canaan Avalon. Is it called an Avalon? Yeah, Canaan Avalon 1037. That's an older model. That's the one that does like 13 to 15 terahash a second, but it's taken up like just as much power as the damn S19. Okay. So I have one of those. It's in great condition. It runs fantastic. It's loud. It pumps out heat. You need to like have a garage or something for that, or a shed. It takes a dryer plug type of connection. I'm probably gonna end up putting that up for like auction. I'll do an auction show where we'll auction that off, and the proceeds will go to. I'll probably donate the proceeds to like OSMU, okay, Open Source Mining Miners Union. So I'll go ahead and donate it to those guys, you know, the Scott and the Want Clue folks over there, so that way we can spread that love of open source mining. So we'll sell a commercial miner to put money in the pockets of the guys who develop BitAxes. So I think might be a little poetic, right? So okay, so here we go. We're gonna do the fourth and final Bitcoin Well drawing. Whatever you guys do for luck, do it now. Okay, do it now, because we need this to be like, we've been getting some low rolls, right? So let's see what we got here. Queuing it up. Get your phones ready, or however you're doing this. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm glad I don't have very much latency, or else this would suck for some of you guys. We're sticking in the 300s. Well, that's that. Hey, still, free stats, right? Free stats. Leaving it up for a few minutes till somebody tells me they want it. So we've had an X winner, somebody watching through X. We've had somebody watching through YouTube win, and we've had somebody watching through Twitch win. So that's cool. So that's all the different channels that I have going right now are actually hitting. So that's good to know that everybody's getting a fair shake on all the 3 different services. So Right on. Like that a lot. So, okay, leave that up till if you hit it, just go ahead and say, or even if you don't hit it, if you try it and it says that it's used, just please post in chat that it's used so I can take this down off the screen. But like I said, every week we do the live stream. We'll be giving away. My voice is cracking like Bobby Brady. I need to take a drink. Gotta hydrate. Every week, BitcoinWell.com will be allowing me to do 4 of these giveaways. So, again, that's really cool of them. If you're looking for a place, I'm plugging them again because I do use them. If you're looking for a place to buy your Bitcoin to put to your cold storage, you don't need to keep it on an exchange or anything. It goes right from purchasing it. They just facilitate it to your wallet for you. It's used. Thank you very much, Mike. Then take a look at bitcoinwell.com/CincoDoggos. I'm going to put that in the chat. https://bitcoinwell.com. There you go. If you could please take a look at that. If you join through my link, and then I get, it makes me look good. It makes me look good to my sponsor that people are signing up through my link. It's basically how it works. They do have affiliate programs too. So like if you sign up and then you get like your brother or your cousin to sign up, take a look at it. There's you have an affiliate link that they can sign up through. So that way you can get some kickbacks as well. You get extra points, you get sats, you get things like that. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Take a look at their program. I'm not going to go into their whole program. It's on their website. Also, they have a really nice educational section. They've got how-to tutorial videos on there that are done by other like YouTubers and streamers, and it just shows you how easy it is to do your stuff on there. But I've really enjoyed using them. I think they're a pretty cool company. Just so you know, guys, I will never plug something that I don't believe in myself. If I won't use it myself, I'm not going to recommend it to you. That's just not how I operate. Yeah, that would to me, that's a shitty thing to do, so I won't do it. But I do use their service, so I will recommend it until I no longer use their service anymore. And then I will tell you guys I'm no longer using it and I won't plug it anymore. So, but they're a cool program. So we got that. We're going to be doing lots of giveaways. We have Node giveaway coming up, probably an S9. All kinds of cool stuff. What else? Got interviews coming up. Those are more interesting than you guys just sitting here listening to me run my mouth. Okay, so the interviews at least have some pretty damn good content. Of course, I was going to do that put my camera on the workbench and do the little build thing as I was talking today. But honestly, I'm kind of glad that fell through because I got to interact with you guys in the chat more than I would if I'm doing that build out. So I like this interaction. Bring your comments, your questions. We'll talk about stuff. The only things I try to stay away from when we're talking, guys, is politics not related to Bitcoin. Okay, if it's directly related to Bitcoin, then we can talk about it. It's fair game. I don't like to talk about religion, and I don't like to talk about money in the sense of like how much are you made, like, hey man, I'm stacking this, like, trying to show off money. I guess that's the way I should put it. That's the 3 things in any conversation that I try to stay away from. To me, it's just, I don't like doing it. But yeah, but as long as it's Bitcoin related or somehow in the sphere or, self-sovereignty, self-reliance, anything like that, yeah, we'll talk about it. Like I said, I'm really getting a kick out of all the cool stuff I can do with my 3D printer. It has saved me a crap ton of money. Oh, and tomorrow my Cricut gets here. So you can go ahead and call me a grandma. Yes, I bought a Cricut, but that's because I'm making stickers with the paw print, my logo print, to go on the centerpiece of the fans. So that way when when the Cinco Doggos editions goes out, it'll have my little sticker on there. It'll be a little dog paw spinning in circles. And what else? I'm trying to think what else. I can make stuff. I can make hats. I can make T-shirts. I can make, the Yeti cup things. I can make my own packaging to send things out. So I got that, and my wife can make birthday cards. She can do her projects that she wants to do for things. Yeah, stuff like that. yeah, that's really how it's going, guys. I'm going to try to get some of the guys that I'm trying to get on the show, by the way, some of the people I'm trying to get on the show are authors that have written Bitcoin books. So try to get them on the show. They just usually have pretty busy schedules. And I'm a little guy. Until my numbers go up, it'll be easier, you know what I mean? And I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for that at all. They're going to be like, who's this fat guy down in Texas saying I need to be on his show? But yeah, we'll be doing that. We'll definitely be doing that. But before we end, we're going to do the giveaway for the Mini S19. It's 2 little Nerd Miners. So you need 2 USB-C cables to plug into that for them both to run. You connect this to your home Wi-Fi through your phone, through the little thing. It's a little more clunky than doing it through the Axe OS. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, it's a little more clunky. But once you get it set up, you just let the damn thing run and you just leave it, right? So all the hash power of 2 Nerd Miners in a Mini S19 that I printed out, okay? I did not design this. A guy named, a place named Tiny S19 designed it. That's on, I think I had this off of, it's either Printables or Thingiverse is where I got this. But yeah, just giving credit where credit is due. But I it prints in like 5 pieces. I printed it in gray, and then I printed 2 black fans to put on there. I almost printed them in cream colored so they look like little Noctua fans, and then I was like, nah, I'll do the black. It's more iconic. So we're going to do the giveaway for that. This is a worldwide giveaway, okay? So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. I will ship this to you, okay? You'll just have to give me your address. Please understand that. You're not going to do it through the stream. You're going to DM me, and yeah. So let me see how we can do this. I'm going to try to make this as fair as possible, okay? I'm going to ask you all to type something in the chat, and then I'm going to give you 60 seconds for everybody to get their answer in. And then I'm going to randomly pick someone, okay? Promise, it's going to be totally random how I'm going to do it on my screen. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to drop it into a little text document over here, and then I'm just going to randomize it real quick, all right? So this is what I want you to do. If you are currently watching right now and you would like to be in the drawing for this, and even if you've won sats, you qualify for this drawing. This is for everybody on the stream. 148 people here right now. If you want this, it's worth about $5.50. I don't know, $55. Okay, that's worth about $55, something like that. Marshall says wait. Okay, I got the wait from Marshall. Oh, Sign's here too. Hey, cool. All right, right on. So, well, hey, yeah, guys, Marshall is the guy at PlebSource, one of the guys at PlebSource. He's awesome. He's been a big supporter of ours. We get a lot of our giveaway stuff through them. Okay, so yeah, check out plebsource.com as well. They're great guys. Great guys. Love working with them. Okay, so this, and you know what? I'll do this too, guys. Let me back up because I always do this. If you win this and you don't want this, and you would rather the sats equivalent, well, look at that. So Marshall said whoever wins this also gets a gamma. All right, so y'all are getting hooked up now. You all are getting freaking hooked up right now. So courtesy of plebsource.com. Hold on, let me pull up their website and put it on the thing real quick. Hold on. I got it queued up. It's always queued up over here. So this is from Marshall over at plebsource.com. Okay. Let me go ahead and let me kill that other. There we go, so you can see that better. Okay, killed the Knots monitor. All right, so from Marshall over at plebsource.com, whoever wins also getting a gamma. Okay, so yeah, there you go. The hash gods are here tonight, guys. But if you are the winner of this and you don't want this, no problem. I'll send you the sats equivalent. Okay, so you'll get about $55 in sats from me instead. I'll lightning it to you. Yeah, for non-blondes, yeah. The gammas from them are great. They're what, $99 a piece right now? $99 a piece, and that's their standard, right? So that's super awesome, and they ship super quick. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. If you want to be in the drawing, You have to type. Now, don't start until I say. You're going to type the word I say into the chat. Only do it once. When I do the cut and paste and I select the winner, if it has you more than once in there, like you're trying to stat pad it, I'm going to withdraw it. I'm going to say no. Not happening. Okay? So you only type it once. And the word I want you guys to type is Bitcoin. Go. You got 60 seconds. Here, we'll play a little. There's a little bit of a lag, so y'all type in Bitcoin. Yep, there we go. The lag's catching up a little bit. People are seeing it. Type in Bitcoin. This puts you in the drawing. I'm gonna give a little bit. I think there might be a little bit of lag going on, so I'm gonna give it. I might give it a little bit longer than a minute. Somebody might have their sound down too. I know we get some visitors. Yeah, we get some visitors that are they keep their volume down while they watch. Just gonna give it a little bit more, so that way people have a chance to see it. God, they're gorgeous, aren't they? I love BitAxe Gammas, man. All right, song's almost over. You got 10 seconds left. All right, here we go. I'm doing it over. I got another screen up here with my random number generator. 1, 2, 3. That is. Our winner is, congratulations, man. Mike, you're the winner. Out of the guys that we had in the drawing, which I thought we would get more. I think we got a lot of people probably listening with their sound off. I know I do that with Twitch. So they might have their sound too low and they didn't realize that drawing was going on. But Mike, you just got pulled, so you won again, buddy. So yeah, man. Do me a favor. You know my information on X. Just shoot me a DM when you get a second, so it'll pull up a conversation. So that way I got it in there, and that way I can get your information over to Marshall, and then you and I can talk about whether you want the Mini S19 or whether you want the SATS equivalent. And yeah, you're good to go. Congratulations, man. So that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Now, guys, remember, if you didn't win today, don't be disappointed. You guys know, if you follow me on X, you know I am giving stuff away constantly, okay? And just so you know, it's because of really cool people like Marshall at PlebSource, the cool guys at Solo Satoshi, those cool folks at BitcoinWell.com that are saying like, hey, do this, give this away to people. They're the ones that are the champions with this. They allow me to do this. I do give a lot of stuff away with my own money, but lately we've had a lot of help from guys like Marshall, from guys like Hunter and the folks over at Solo Satoshi, from the Conrad over at Bitcoin Well. They've been really cool. All right. So, and PlebSource is where I've been getting a lot of my gammas to give away because A, it's super quick with the shipping, and B, his prices are awesome. Their prices are awesome. And, you never hear any complaints about them. So like I've never had anyone complain about them. So, and my PlebSource BitAxe runs like I got two. They run like champs. So yeah. So there's that. So we do a lot of giveaways. So please tune back in. If you missed it today, you didn't hit, don't worry about it. There's always more chances. I do things on X that are strictly for X. Okay. I do things on YouTube and the live streams that are strictly for the live streams. And then once in a while, I'll just randomly throw something out there. Like this S9 will probably be a random thing that I'll just post and be like, hey, next 7 days, send me a meme that says something along, of this category. And, I'll randomly pick someone to be the S9, the new S9 owner, something like that. So I try to make it as random and as fair as possible. And yeah, just congrats to our winners tonight. Y'all kicked it tonight. You did a good job. And again, huge thanks, everybody. Make sure you give a huge thanks to Marshall. Let me give him another one here. Thanks, Marshall. Because PlebSource is so cool. Just popping in here and just giving shit away. I mean, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's that. So remember, I'm gonna now I gotta do my little wrap up thing, right? Follow me on X, Cinco Doggos. Please follow me on YouTube. Give me a subscribe on there. That really helps me out. If you are watching on Twitch, if you can please go ahead and hit that follow button, I would really appreciate that. That helps me keep my metrics up, so I pop up closer to the top for people and they get to see what's going on. And if you are an Amazon Prime member and you haven't used your free subscription this month on Twitch, if you click that little subscribe button on Twitch and then you click the subscribe through Amazon Prime, it doesn't cost you anything to do it. It's just a thing that they do. Okay, so it's just kind of a perk. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, please follow me. I really appreciate you all following me. I honestly do this for the love of Bitcoin. I do it for the love of Bitcoin mining, and I do it because I have never been part of a cooler community of a bunch of degenerates than this community of you Bitcoiners. You guys are so freaking awesome. You guys and girls are so freaking awesome. You tell it like it is. You're not afraid to tell somebody they're a shithead. I love it. It feels like I'm back in the military again, but making good financial decisions while doing it instead of the bad financial decisions I made in the Navy. So you guys are the best. I really do appreciate it. I'm not just saying that. It's not just ass kissery. I mean it. That's why I give this stuff away. And yeah, I'll keep giving it away as long as you all keep showing up. Okay. And please spread it to your friends. Ask them to go ahead and, like, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. Don't forget. So check out plebsource.com. Please make sure you all go over to bitcoinwell.com and let me show you how this works here. Where is it? I'm going to do... There it is. It's already in my thing. bitcoinwell.com/cincodoggos. And that way, if you want to make your purchases, your nice secure purchases for Bitcoin, you can do it through BitcoinWell. If you sign up through here, you're signing up through me. It does help me give away more prizes. So really appreciate that. But other than that, guys, that's what I got for this week. I still do my daily Bitcoin daily updates at like lunchtime Central Time Zone every day. So there's that. For you guys, hey, Two Sats, Mike, if you want a what's it called, a Cinco Doggos stand, let me know and I'll send one of those out to you too as a congratulations for winning. I'll print you one up and I can send that out to you if you're interested. And if you are, I'll also send you the 2 Noctua fans, and then if we can get our hands on a like a Dark Horse or an El Mirage or another heatsink, a nice, because everybody's making the cool heatsinks now, we'll try to get you another heatsink if you want to. So, all right, guys, really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. And this is Cinco signing off. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for making my Saturday night